is Lori here, and I thought maybe I'd spend a couple minutes talking to you. Um, I kind of want to talk to you about is masterminds. I know when I started online, I had tons and tons of issues. So it's like, you buy a product and couldn't get help with it. The thing was, I bought a lot of products, and everything wasn't necessarily my fault. Necessarily the product's fault. But what I want to talk to you is that a product's not going to work unless you try to work it. So if you want to buy something and think that it's just going to work because it said push button and therefore it works, no. You gotta you gotta put effort into it. Um, it's like you buy something and Uh, let's say you buy a kit. Maybe you're into a certain hobby or something. In your hobby, do you just buy the kit and let it sit there and it takes care of itself? No, it doesn't. If you're in a hobby or anything that you do, anything that you like to do, you know you got to put the time in to make it happen. If you're an artist, if you put the paper on the desk and the pen next to it, are your characters going to be drawn? No. Okay. The same thing with making money online. Uh, when you go to work. Now, this does work. Okay, when you go to work. I know it works because I've seen people do it. They come to work and sit there all day, do absolutely nothing, and still get paid. Okay. But if you don't show up for work, whether you do anything at work or not, if you don't show up, they can't pay you. So if you want to make money, you got to put some effort out. So when you go in to work online, you got to go in with the mindset you're going to be working. There's none of this push button stuff. And when you pay for somebody to do something for you, it's going to cost you money. It's like you pay for somebody to clean up your home. Well, yes, it may make more sense for you to pay somebody. If you're making $30 an hour, it may be worth it to pay somebody $10 an hour to clean up your house instead of using your $30 per hour pay wage to clean up the house. Because you can make $30 an hour, they only make it 10. So you're still coming out $20 ahead. But if you're not making zilcho per hour and then you want to pay somebody else to do the work, how do you come out ahead on that? Yeah, you don't. You know, once in a while you might make a sell and you might come out ahead here and there, but not very often. So just to understand, if you're going to pay somebody else to do your work, and that's the other thing. If you want to pay somebody else to do your work and you don't want to do anything of it, don't bitch about the results. Don't bitch about how it's done. Don't bitch about a darn thing. So what I'm saying is, a lot of the problems I had with being online, making money online, wasn't necessarily the product. Yeah, it was kind of tough to get customer service. Most of the time it didn't exist. A lot of times it doesn't. Or they were totally worthless if you could get them. But the problem was is it's up to you, really. If you really want to try to figure this out, it's going to be up to you. Understand, if you want to make money, you're going to have to put out effort. That's all there is to it. So if you're going to come online, you really need to get that into your head. And you need to be willing. It doesn't mean you got to put in 30 hours a day, like some of them have you believe. And some of them really did because they go to the regular job for 10, 12 hours a day and then come home and spend pretty much all night trying to figure out this online stuff. And some of them are very successful today because they've come in with a work ethic of I'm going to make this work no matter what. Um, just being lazy mode just doesn't work. Okay, if you could be lazy and do this, there'd be no more Walmart jobs. There'd be no more fast food jobs because you could be rich. Go online, sit on your behind, watch TV, and push a button easy. Push a button, and you've made $1,000. So, um, Everybody in the country be rich. Walmart be out of business. Target, uh, all these cheap stores. Okay? So, get it in your mind, you're going to have to work. Secondly, you're going to have to work consistently. For those of you that do work or have a job right now, you know, most of you work Monday through Friday on average. What happens if you skip 3 days out of the week? How big's your paycheck going to be? So, yeah, you got to be kind of consistent. You know, you need so much money every month to cover your bills at the very least. And many of you don't cover that. Okay? So, you know, you got to be there as much as you can. Some of you are working 60, 70 hours a week. I used to do that. Uh, you know, I worked 3 jobs before, continuously for about 3 years, 2.5, a little over 2.5 years. Okay, and I'd have 2 or 3 days I would I would go before I got a chance to sleep because my jobs were such that one was at night, one was during the day, and the other one was that evening, so I could work all 3 of them. That kind of sucked, but I had to do it to make ends meet. So I'm not saying that you got to work 30 hours a day to make money online, but I am saying you have to work and you have to be consistent with it. So, you know, 5 or 6 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, you got to put into this business. And it's got to be honest work. Not sitting up there chit chatting on the phone with a lead. You know, you talk 3 hours to them, think, well, I got it made. No, not reading your emails for the next 4 hours, not being on Facebook for 5 hours. Um, you got to do some work. You got to generate traffic to your website. So, rule number one is if you're not willing to work, don't think about trying to make money online. Rule number two is if you're not willing to be consistent with this, don't think about trying to make money online. Okay? And number three is you can't be lazy. You got to be able to figure stuff out. So, if the instructions don't give you what you need, there's that thing called Google, Bing, or Yahoo, the search engines. Go figure it out. And if you're not willing to stretch your mind by trying to go figure something out, maybe making money online or making money online is not for you. But I tell you what, for those of you who think it's for you and those of you who are consistent, can be consistent, are willing to put out the effort, and are willing to stretch their minds by learning, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So, anyway, that's my thoughts for today. Everybody, enjoy yourselves. Have a good day.